Hi, this is Scott Reber with Reber Investments. When should you take Social Security? So no surprise, this is a pretty important question that I get from my clients. And to be honest, I really don't like the answer. I'd love to just run the numbers and do the math and say, here's the exact age you should take Social Security. But unfortunately, that's not how it works. The answer is usually it depends. And I hate that answer too. But in this case, it really does depend. So Social Security is really important because for many people retiring, it becomes a major part of their retirement income. So people may want to consider taking it early. Some people may consider, may benefit from waiting. And for married couples, the decision can be even more important because it may affect, not only your income, but your spouse's income as well. So let's walk through some of the things you should think about before deciding on when to take Social Security. So the first point, let's go through the options. Most people can start taking Social Security as early as age 62, but if you take it before your full retirement age, your monthly benefit is usually reduced. If you wait beyond your full retirement age, your monthly benefit may increase by as much as 8% per year. Now, that doesn't mean everyone should wait until 70, and it doesn't mean everyone should take it at 62. It simply means you need to understand the trade-offs. If you take it early, you get income sooner, but usually at a lower monthly amount. If you wait, you may get a higher monthly amount, but you have to be comfortable using other income sources while you wait. That may be your savings or your investments, maybe part-time work, or other retirement accounts that you have. So the first question is not like what is the biggest number. The first question is what actually will work for you. So second point, it's more than just a math problem. I wish it wasn't. A lot of people focus only on maximizing the Social Security benefit, and yes, the math matters, but this is not just a math problem, it's also a life decision. Your health matters, your family history matters, your income needs matter, your retirement savings matter, and honestly, your comfort level matters quite a bit. So for example, if someone has a strong retirement savings and doesn't need the income right away, they may have more flexibility to wait. But if someone needs the income now or doesn't want to pull as much from their investments, and taking it earlier may make more sense. The goal is not always to get the largest possible check. The goal is to make a decision that fits your overall retirement plan. So the third point is to be careful if you're still working. If you claim Social Security before your full retirement age and you continue to work, your benefits may be reduced if your income is above a certain limit. That doesn't mean you can never work and collect Social Security, but it does mean you need to understand the rules before you file. This is one of those areas where people can get surprised. They start taking Social Security early, keep working, and then find out their benefits may be reduced because they earn too much. So if you're still working, slow down, review this carefully before you start your benefits. I'd recommend meeting with a financial advisor, but of course I'm biased to that. So fourth point, so married couples need to think together for this. For married couples, Social Security usually should be a household decision, not an individual decision. So one spouse may have a larger benefit, one spouse may be older, one spouse may be healthier, or one spouse may have a longer life expectancy. And one of the biggest planning points is if is the survivor benefit. So when one spouse passes away, the surviving spouse generally keeps the higher of the two Social Security benefits, not both. So if the high earning spouse delays and increases their benefits, that may also increase the amount of surviving spouse, the benefits that the surviving spouse receives later. So this can be a really important part of the decision. So for many couples, the question is not just, when should I take my Social Security? The better question may be, how does this decision affect, both of us based off of how long we're going to live? So fifth point, let's talk about taxes. So taxes matter. Another thing, people sometimes forget about is the taxes on Social Security. They may be taxable, depending on your other income. That could include, other income like your IRA withdrawals, pension, wages, interest, dividends, or other income sources that you have. So when you take Social Security, that can affect how your overall retirement income is taxed. For some people, it may make sense to delay Social Security and use other accounts first. For Others, maybe taking Social Security early may reduce how much they need to pull from their investments. Again, there's no perfect answer for everyone. The key is coordinating Social Security with the rest of your retirement income plan. So point 6, every retirement plan is different. This is why two people can be the same age and still make completely different Social Security decisions. Someone with significant retirement assets may look at this one way, while someone relying heavily on Social Security may look at it another way. Someone in great health may make a different decision than someone's, maybe with health concerns. A single person will look at this differently than a married couple, and someone who is still working, may need a different strategy than someone who's fully retired. That's why Social Security should not be looked at by itself. It's one piece of the bigger retirement picture. Your income, your investments, taxes, your income needs, your spouse, your health, and long-term goals all matter in the decision. So don't rush the decision. Because Social Security can affect your income for the rest of your life. It's worth taking the time to understand your options. I would suggest meeting with an advisor. You don't need to find a perfect answer, but you do want to make an informed decision. So before you file, ask yourself a few questions. Do I need the income right now? Am I still working? What is my health? What are the other income sources that I have? How does this affect my spouse? How does this fit into my overall retirement plan? So the questions are usually more helpful, than just saying, should I take it at 62 or 67 or 70? Because the right answer depends on the full picture. So if there's one thing I hope you take away from this video, it's this: Social Security is important, but it's only one piece of your retirement plan. The decision should not be made in isolation. It should be coordinated with your income needs, your investments, your taxes, your health, and your spouse if you're married. And as much as I hate saying it depends, with Social Security, it really does. The key is understanding your options, making a decision that fits your overall retirement plan. So thanks for watching. Again, I'm Scott Reber with Reber Investments, and I'll see you in the next video.